guys, we're taking a quick break from gardening. I can hear a kitten crying super loud. So the bantams found the squash and they're eating it. I was really hoping somehow they wouldn't find it and it would become this beautiful, beautiful pumpkin. But they found it and they are just going to town having a really good little meal over there. So no more pumpkin. Good stuff, guys. Is that yummy? So funny, they're so little. They're having to like sit on it to get at it. Is that good? Yummy? And they've really eaten it. There's water in it because we had a bunch of rain last night and they had started eating on it yesterday, so that's why there's water in there, but at least it's getting eaten and not wasted, right? The chickens like to hang out by the garden when I come out to check stuff because there's usually some tomatoes that a bug has gotten to or there's chunks missing, and so they kind of hang out because they know that I'm going to chuck something over there for them to eat at some point. Oh, you took it. That's not nice. They all want some. Look at our violet sparkle peppers. So they go a really beautiful purple and then they ripen to a red. And they're just gorgeous. We've been waiting on these ones for a while. They're taking quite a long time to turn red. But some of them are ready now. I'm not loving this new development that they've decided that it's cool to fly up on the garden gate. I really don't want them getting into it. And there's another one. See him right there. I cannot get my camera to focus on this spider, but we've got a ton of them in the garden. They're a green color with like yellow dots on their backs, I guess. There we go. Well, he stopped for a second. Anybody know what kind of spider that is? Our little pink bumblebee tomatoes are doing really well. I think we only have 2 tomato plants in here of them, and we get quite a bit, if you can see some of that in there. And I haven't come out and picked in a day or so, but still, that's pretty good. You can see our Mehmet's sweet Turkish peppers are looking gorgeous. Look how big they are. They're just the most beautiful shade of red. Look who found me. Hello, Fred. Did you want some attention, sweetie? That's really nice though, guys. It's not hot at all. There's a cool breeze. I think it's only like 84, which is a lot nicer than it was. Hi, honey. I think it'll warm back up still in a couple more days, and it'll be warm still after that, but we shouldn't get like really hot. I'm hoping we'll stay out of the 90s now. No. Alright guys, we're taking a quick break from gardening. I can hear a kitten crying super loud, so I want to know if one of them maybe got out. She did. I knew they were coming up on getting big enough to. Fell out. Can't get back in. Come on, honey. You can do it. You're strong. Oh, this is hard to watch because her mama is in there nursing. But I gotta see if she can do it on her own. Come on, sweetie. You can do it. Be strong. You got out. You gotta get back in. Oh, this is so sad, guys. Spider's in there nursing and she can see her. She wants to go nurse. Oh my gosh. Oh, you poor thing. Okay, I can't. Here you go. There, you go eat. You'll get bigger. Hey, spider. Aren't they cute? They're getting so big. This week, in a few more days, they'll be 3 weeks old. Guess who's waiting for me? Hey, Frederick, did you decide to come into the garden? He is such an insistent turd. Hey, you're not supposed to be in there. Yes, you're not supposed to be in there. But, you know, he's just dying for attention because we never give him attention, right? Okay, so these are poinsettia peppers. They're a hot pepper. And look, they're starting to go red. Isn't that cool? But this poor plant is so big. It needs to stand up and it keeps falling over because I don't have a support out here, which is unfortunate. But they're still growing. You are being such a nuisance. Oh my gosh. What? What? Where'd you go? Hi. I haven't seen Mowgli yet this morning. Well, I guess it's not morning. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I haven't seen him yet today. Hi, honey. I'm sure he's around somewhere. He just usually comes out when I'm out. So I'll have to go find him, make sure he's okay. So that's the harvest for today. Cat for comparison, I guess. This is a pretty full harvest basket here. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Do you see all the babies? Hey, silly babies. They all come over here because I'm over here. I've been chucking tomatoes at them, but look at that. That's pretty awesome. And these are delicious. If you have not tried the Mamet sweet Turkish peppers, they're so good. They taste better than a bell pepper, in my opinion. What? He has the most interesting little meow that he does for attention. Oh, you leave my babies alone. Come on. Fred, come on. We're gonna go out. Are you coming out? That was graceful. That was graceful. How funny is it that we've lived here for almost a year? We're just a few weeks shy of our 1-year anniversary, and I have never noticed that before. It says Josh 14 Mo. Idaho had 6 kittens just a couple of days ago. They are adorable. I don't know why she had them here. It's really not the best spot, but you know, cats, they choose some of the craziest locations. The silkies and our turkin are doing really well in here. Still no eggs, but they're all kind of settled in. We had a really big storm come in last night, really heavy winds, and tons of thunder and lightning. And of course, they had chosen to roost out here last night, and they did not move in there, so they actually rode out the whole storm sitting out. I felt kind of bad for them, but I was not about to come out in all that wind and storm and try to move them. So I'm hoping maybe tonight they'll be smarter and go in there, but who knows. It shouldn't rain tonight, so they should be fine. And I was like, of all the chickens to get stuck out, the silkies, they just get so soaked, it seems like, with their feathers. On the plus side, Trixie Belle, the white one over there, looks much cleaner and fluffier than she did yesterday, so I guess maybe the rain cleaned her off a little bit. The ducks have found me and decided that they would like some seeds, so now they're just following me around and quacking at me. Yeah, should we go get you some seeds? Should we? Alright, let's go. Look at how big that sunflower is getting and how thick the trunk is. Oh my goodness. It's, I think that's a mammoth Russian. So we'll see. I don't know if we need to try to support it. I haven't actually grown any this big before. Oh, it's huge. We had a row of them planted and only the one came up. And we had zinnias planted and there's a few of them popping up. And then there's a few over here, but none of the sunflowers that we put over here came up. They were a different variety. But it'll be really cool to see how big that one ends up getting. There's one of our volunteer pumpkins out here. It's getting bigger and greener and it is so pretty. This is the other one. It's smaller, but it is still getting nice and green and pretty. Green. Orange. And look, there's a third one. It's this little itty bitty one. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but it's not even as big as my hand and it's already going orange. So it may not get much bigger than that, but that's really cute. You guys see that? Sundancer and the 3 oldest chicks are hanging out in the coop. They don't go in there to sleep at night. They all go back to the chicken tractor, but I'd like to transition them. So it's nice to see that they're comfortable being in there at least sometimes, so that maybe a transition wouldn't be so bad. Although, ooh, that didn't look like it went well. I'd like to have the flock all together for the most part, but I've debated pulling the Banty separate for different breeding projects. But they wouldn't always be separate. It would only be when I wanted specific eggs to hatch. So it would be really nice if they could all get along. But Sundancer is definitely seeming to be a really dominant rooster, more like Buck, his dad. And I'm not sure he's going to be comfortable playing second fiddle. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm thinking Miss Cosette here might be going broody. Do you see all those eggs she is sitting on? We didn't collect eggs yesterday evening because we weren't home until like bedtime basically. I think it was after bedtime. And yeah, I think she's going broody. I haven't seen her outside today, so we're going to have to come take the eggs away from her because I don't want her trying to hatch anything right now because last time she abandoned nest partway through. So I'm going to have to take them away. But I'm pretty sure she's broody. I don't think she's going to like it if I get very close. Hey, Miss Cosette, what you doing? Those aren't all your eggs. I think you know that. Those are a lot of people's eggs that you're hoarding there. What? It's so funny that she's our only bantam that has gone broody at all this year, and I think this is her second time trying to go broody. The other girls have not at all. It's just her. Here is another one of those spiders. I'm trying to get my camera to focus on it so you can see it better. Same kind that's out in the garden. There you go. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell the color though. It is a beautiful green with like a goldish yellow on it. And the wind's blowing in, that's not going to focus. But I have a ton of them in the garden, and this one's out behind the coop, so they're all over the place, and I'd really like to know if there's something to be concerned about or not. Well, none of the girls have laid eggs in here yesterday or today. That's that nest that was hanging out under there. Thatcher went and pulled eggs out, and he said there were actually 11 eggs. So maybe they'll stop laying under there, because it's not really the easiest spot to get to. You've got to kind of crawl under this thing to get at it, and that's not really fun for anybody. But at least there's none under there now, so maybe they've kind of abandoned that spot. So I've been outside for at least a good 30 minutes, and still no Mowgli. He has not come over to see me. I have not seen him laying around anywhere. I mean, you guys know when I film, he's always over here hanging out with me, and I cannot find him. So, oh my gosh, there's Mowgli. Hi, buddy. Oh, you had me worried. Where were you? Oh, there he is. He's okay. Oh, I was so worried. You had me so worried, you turd. Where were you? Where were you? Were you just napping? I'm so glad he showed up. Oh my gosh. I was about to go ask the kids to come help me find him. Oh, he's our favorite. Can you tell? We really shouldn't have favorites, but he's our favorite. Okay, we're fine now.